just realized it. Welcome everyone to Anime After Shows, the shows where we provide high quality after shows of your uh, favorite animes. Today we're going to be talking about Healing Good PreCure after show episode 14. I am your host, the great Nano here, and my co-host, like always, you know from his weekly PreCure reviews, uh, Adam for Azenzone. How you doing today, man?
I think I might be going a little crazy because I started hearing some kind of weird echo here.
Is it still echoing or?
Yeah, yes, I'm. Yeah, I think you might be. Do you have like the stream on because I can hear it? I can hear it. Yeah.
Well, I had it on for look.
And okay.
It's muted now.
Okay. That's.
Okay, it's muted now.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Are you good?
I still hear it.
What are you? I don't have it playing anymore. I have it muted.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I think we're good now. Sorry.
We're good.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
sorry about that.
So other than going crazy, how are you doing?
All right. Yeah. I think I just need to made that coffee this morning. Had something in it. Okay, I'm good though.
So how was your weekend?
All right. Mostly just relaxed around the place and did my review and everything.
Cool. So we have housekeeping stuff to do again because, for some reason I can't go after show without messing something up. So if you guys missed out Digimon after show or PreCure after show, it doesn't really matter because the audio didn't capture. So on the last PreCure, my audio didn't go through, but the co-host audio go through. But in the Digimon, we had the opposite problem. The co-host audio went through, but my audio didn't go through. And now I just realized I forgot to hit the record button. That's wonderful.
At least it's at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, but regardless, I would have to download it either way to get the full picture. But I would just have to go on audio platforms later, because for whatever reason I don't know if this is the case for all live streams, but it takes a while to process.
Yeah.
Like it takes like a whole day. Now, granted, my live streams are like an hour or so, but still, it takes a while.
Like for me, if I were to upload an hour video, it takes like maybe 2 hours.
I'm gonna upload an hour video. My typical videos on my other channel are typically like 20-ish minutes long, so 15 between 20. But another housekeeping is we are on audio platforms now, like Spotify and Google Podcasts. So if you have any of those, go check out, download. I would say give a rating, but I think Apple Podcasts is the only platform that has the rating. But download and listen. That helps the metrics, from my understanding, when it comes to podcasts. I'm not too familiar with podcast algorithms and metrics, but go download and listen and stuff. Share it to your friends. But we are talking Healing Good PreCure. So we're gonna start with talking about our pros. So, Adam, what did you like about the episode?
I like some of the, of course, some of the world building, the lore building at the end of the episode, which Kintia asserted someone who, it's kind of spoilery, but you can all guess who it is at this point, and that was good.
I mean, if they're watching this after show, I kind of portray in the assumption that they've seen the episode. So.
Yeah, but it's also, I'm just saying for future episodes too of who they're spoiling. Anyway, yeah, that was some good lore building. Bachi Tamote, as always, Rat Scream is just fun as all hell.
Yeah, we all call him Rat Scream. I love it, man.
Well, he does a lot of screaming, so it kind of fits. I just love how he's such a freaking brown noser, and yet you can tell he's just a little schemer too. So yeah, that was good. What else did I like? The fight wasn't great, but it did have some good comedic moments. I love the fact that the monster basically played one-man tennis with the PreCure. And it was a nice wholesome episode about communities working together and all that. That's nice. So yeah, that's mostly what I have to say about the pros.
Cool. Okay, I'll go because I always make a giant list because I pretty much just write down whatever cool good thing I like about maybe it's like a force of habit from doing the other channel, but so the beginning of the episode we saw Nadoka have the doctor checkup. So I kind of glanced at your review. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I know you kind of have some strong opinions about that, which we'll probably get into our cons. But I like how they are like showing her like road to recovery and how what she's gone through and how they still have to give her a checkup and stuff. So it's a nice, like, I guess, like, little reminder of what she's been through, and I just love her, like, curiosity. Like, throughout this episode, how she's amazed by all these wonderful things because of her whole backstory. A lot of, like, things in the world are all, like, kind of new to her, so it's really kind of wholesome and nice to see her, like, amazement of it. And to kind of talk about the festival, I really like when like Hinata's introducing food. I found that pretty adorable and like energetic and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have something nice to say about Chewie. Chewie, yeah. So I like how she was like helping out and stuff. So
I like that she's a good businesswoman and knows how to promote her own stuff at the end.
Man, we need.
She used the yelling contest to basically promote her family's business. So, damn girl.
Is that what she said? I don't remember. I watched this before.
Literally, the yelling contest at the end. She literally just basically gave herself a promotion of her family's hot springs.
Oh, okay. That's some real balls, in my opinion.
It's business savvy, I'd say.
Yeah, but you know, people these days, especially in YouTube and Twitch, if you did that, you'd be out there. So that's a lot of courage and just I like that. So I think I'm slowly starting to like her. I just don't think she has had the right moments to like resonate with me yet. So I do want that to change. So, but I like how the three girls they didn't plan to meet. They kind of like met by chance. I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And then they walked around. One more positive I forgot to mention was just like in the middle of them walking around during when they blew balloons, and for whatever reason, Hinata made this weird ass face, like where she had her head up like this and blew the balloon like and turned into a Peanuts character.
I don't remember that. I'm gonna have to.
When they were
check.
blowing balloons, and she just the scene when they were blowing balloons, and Hinata just turned to a Peanuts character, basically. Is
I love the Peanuts. Sorry,
yep.
but so so to talk about Nodoka more, I liked her like eagerness to want to help with the buns and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing. Speaking of the buns, I really like the food with the smiley faces. It looks pretty uh like good. I've never had it myself. Have you had that food? I
Yeah,
forget what it's called.
manju. They're basically bean. Basically the rice dumplings. I love how the guy tried to promote those things as being healthy, just ignoring all the carbs.
Are they healthy or no?
Generally, I wouldn't think so. If you're going to, if you look at all the artificial food colorings they had to use, I'm just saying they can say it's healthy, but that's not true. Just think about the Impossible Whopper.
I've never had the Impossible Whopper. I've never like tried these like Impossible like veggie meat kind of burgers.
You don't have to actually have eaten them. Just look up their nutrition facts, and you realize they're overprocessed crap.
Yeah, I got no like food health expert. But yeah, those look pretty cool.
Yeah, those. Yeah, my jokes aside, I liked how wholesome and cute they looked.
Yeah, and that was like the main food we showed. They didn't show a whole lot of other foods. That they mainly focused on that one, if I recall correctly, right?
Yeah, because it's all big. Because they have big ass smiles on it, so they have to kind of be that. I also get the feeling like maybe Toy might sell those at some point. Just saying.
Hey,
They might sell.
I'd buy them. I don't know about you, but you know.
That's what they usually do with all these foods. Last season they had like donuts with stars in the middle of them for Star Twinkle, and they showed them in the show too. So I wouldn't be surprised if they started making those things.
Yeah.
Just to make
like is there like a PreCure like cafe in like Japan or something?
No, they usually just sell that stuff at like at the convenience stores and stuff.
But yeah, those look pretty cool. And to talk more about the like buns like plot, I really like this whole idea of like the townspeople helping each other and helping people in like times of need. I think it is a message, especially right now with everything that's going on. It is a message we need to hear. So that was like one of the things that really uh, appealed to me. So, and once again, we gotta talk about our boy Rat Scream. He's our boy, man. He's my like. Forget the prequels. Make a Rat Scream like solo spin-off show. I'd watch it.
Sure.
But I love, and I hope this keeps on being a running gag. Whenever he encounters the prequels, he just says hi.
Yep. He says in the most like Zoomer millennial kind of way.
Yeah, like I hope they continue this, and to talk about the main thread. I don't know how you felt about the monster of the week, but I really liked it. How did you feel?
It was a little. I like the monster's design and everything. Just a little weird that again it was this week. I mentioned this in my review, but the monster was basically supposed to be using a wind elemental, even though it's coming from an electric fan. So shouldn't that technically mean it should kind of be like the thunder elemental from last week?
I mean,
I get it. Maybe one elemental can't occupy the same item at the same time. I'm just saying, like, if they were going to do a fan monster, could it have just been a normal paper fan like that? It's just a little nitpick. It's a nitpick, but I like the monster overall.
Are you really trying to put logic into like a children's anime?
Yes. You need to have some set rules for even a children's anime. Just saying.
Yeah, I know. I make jokes, you know.
Mhm.
So, but me personally, I really like that. I like the design and the idea of it like blowing the gears away. Like it did feel like a legitimate like challenge, and I do like how we get more interesting monsters of the week and more challenging ones. So.
I like that it basically was a bit of a Pokemon reference. The fact that a flying type is defeated by electric attacks.
Oh yeah, I didn't think of it. Like I'm not the hugest like Pokemon. I never grew up with the games. I watched anime when I was a kid. I will watch here and there, but yeah, I don't know. I've always been more of a Digimon person, but let's not get into that
Mm-hmm.
argument.
That's a different show. Yeah.
Yeah. Tune into
I
us.
like both. I like both, so no problem for me.
Tune into our Sunday show at 12 p.m. We talk about Digimon Adventure 2020. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, like the whole win thing, and and to get so near the end of the episode, we get some more like lore and world building about like possibly the sixth cure and some other stuff and legendary uh
Yeah.
cures. So I don't know you. Because I watched the first minute of your review, you made the joke about
Them kind of overusing the legendary cure trope.
yeah, but isn't
It's I'm not really saying that's a negative. It's just that I just like pointing out how they've kind of used it all the damn time.
but like isn't having legendary precures part of like a core concept of precure though?
Kind of, but at the same time, you don't have to use it in every series. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I get you, and it doesn't help when all the precures are like self-contained, you know.
Yeah, then that just raises all kinds of other issues. So, which I don't really want to get into, but let's.
Yeah.
Continuity is weird in this franchise. So just saying. I just think like the title of legendary gets tossed around a little too much, like legendary Power Rangers or something like that. Let's have another.
You
Wait, say
had
to another.
you had to go there. You had to go there. I I'm still going through therapy for that, man. I'm making progress. You know, like I've seen some stuff with the new Power Ranger season. It seems better, kind of.
It looks cool. Beast Morphers is looking pretty damn cool right now. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think they had the crossover. I've seen a little bit of crossover. You know.
Yeah, I won't spoil. Let's not spoil anything
yeah,
here
yeah,
because
yes.
it's actually an awesome reveal.
Oh yeah. My bad. Okay.
Anyway, let's get back to the PreCure.
So so the yelling contest. I love how Nadoka has the loudest voice, and here's why. So, like before the series started, she was sick. She couldn't really go out and really experience stuff. So her kind of being put on the spot, but doing this, it really shows how she has come with her recovery, and I really like that we get to see enjoy life more, and that's kind of wholesome and kind of shows like a light at the end of the tunnel thing, and like again, like I feel like this show has a lot of messages that is pretty relevant for what's going on in our society today. So I like that. I hope the show will continue with this. So overall, like I really like the episode. The stuff with Nadoka, and Hinata and stuff. Chiyu, I'm starting to like a lot more. So I think slowly I'll get to a place where I really like her character, but I'm not quite there yet. I think each episode I'm getting closer and closer. So yeah, let's move on to our cons. What didn't you like about the episode?
First and foremost, the animation. I mentioned this last week. The animation director is Mitsuru Aoyama, a notorious he's just so by the numbers. I call him sort of the McDonald's of animation directors for this franchise. He always puts out the same looking stiff animation. All of the characters kind of look alike to me, end up looking alike with similar almost circular faces that just look off-putting to me. I don't know why Toei keeps him around at this point. He's just not okay. Maybe it's because he's cheap or something. I don't know.
So, what's your main issues with his animation?
It's stiff. Go back and watch the episode, and you'll see that a lot of the characters aren't moving around a lot. The fight in the middle of the fight, there was this really bad bit of animation where they're going towards the fan Mega Byoken, and they're just all kind of not moving, and just their characters are just the characters are in this position for firing their sticks, but they're just they're not even moving at all. Their bodies are just moving like this, so it all looks like almost marionette-like, I'd say. Marionette animation is what he specializes in.
What's marionette animation?
Basically, that's what I mean. Just he's not actually animating the characters. He's just moving them just holds them in a position in action position like this, and just moves them. Not the character is not moving at all like this. Just stays in this position. Okay. It's stiff and it just doesn't look right.
And for reference, for people who listen to the audio, Adam just brought out his argument figure for reference. So
it was the closest thing I had.
Yeah. But
I got a lot back there,
but I would say I feel I could see what we're saying about the stiff animation, but I feel since this is a kind of festival slice of life episode, I feel it works better for this kind of episode.
And as I said, his faces all look the same. I've seen his work across over multiple series, and they always end up having the PreCures look the same. It's jarring, and it just doesn't look good. I don't know why Toei keeps him around at this point, really.
I mean, he still has to do work. He has to eat, man.
And there's also a lot of other really good animators out there. So he's been doing this for years. He has enough. I think he should have enough money to retire at this point. That's not an excuse. Sorry, but that's my other big thing is it might not be a negative just yet, but I'm worried about what they're doing with Nodoka just getting the clean bill of health at the beginning.
Okay, can I weigh in on my thoughts on that to counter what you're thinking?
Sorry?
Okay, so I don't find a problem with it. But yes, we see she's getting better, but I don't think it's gonna kind of be a permanent thing, because this happens a lot, and we'll.
That's why I say it's not negative just yet. But if it does become a permanent thing, and her condition is just fixed on from here on out, then yes, it'll be I'll say this is the start of it.
Oh yeah, I agree. But I think I'm hoping we're gonna get an episode where she gets super sick again, because I think that'd be super interesting.
Yeah, that would be good if they do that. I'm just concerned that they might be using this as a. I get the feeling that maybe they were going to do this from the start, but at the same time now they also have a backdoor out in case they decide to chicken out of doing any real subplot with Nodoka's previous ailments.
Any other negatives?
It was just it was honestly, I just think it's a fine episode. Nothing good or bad, just very middle of the road for me. It was fine. Just other than that and my issues that will always be with Aoyama. If he gets another episode, I swear to God.
What he?
My problem with Aoyama is that he used to be so good, and nowadays he's just winging it. If you've seen like stuff like the new stage movies, he did the animation for those, and those look incredible. And now he's just like winging it. He's just so winging it that it's ridiculous. Archons, not too much else. It's just a fine episode for me. Nothing really special.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that episode. You know, you the more critical half of the show, and I'm the more Kuma Magical Go show. I like this because to kind of give more context of my likes and interests. I like most stuff. You know, I'm not I'm not very good at being super critical about stuff. You know, it's something I do want to improve on and learn how to be critical. But like I always have like a hard time finding some negative stuff of things because I do enjoy most things. But I do have one negative is we didn't get much of the mascots. They kind of just disappeared and kind of showed up at the end.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing I didn't quite like. Was that like a problem for you or no?
Nothing much. They've had like plenty of episodes, and next week is going to be a Ravelin episode. So I don't have many complaints about that. The only thing they did in this episode was convince their partners to participate in the yelling contest so that they could get fat over the buns.
And to self-promote Chiu's business, apparently.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. They won 100. They won 100. They won those 100 buns by the end, and by those, yay diabetes.
I mean, did they eat them all themselves? I would imagine they probably like gave some to friends and family, right?
Well, I don't know. They just sat down at the end, and they all seemed to dig into it. So, ew.
I mean, they're the super thin girls, but you know, still, you know.
Yeah, apparently the mascot characters want to eat more of them, even though they're like the size of their stomach. One of those buns is the size of the stomachs of the mascots, and yet they want to eat like a bunch of them. That's a black hole in those little plushies.
Yeah. But yeah, the mascot thing was the only thing. Like, I didn't like mind the animation. Then again, I wasn't paying attention to the animation. I was just trying to get through the episode. So, but yeah, overall, I thought it was a good episode. So we are not going to be going to a more general freeform conversation. Maybe talk about story and plot beats and stuff. So if anyone has any comments, questions, type it in the chat. So, do anything you want to talk about? More plot stuff in particular.
Nothing much else. So it's this is a filler episode, so there's nothing much to talk about plot other than some of the hints at the arrival of the Sixth Ranger.
Well, did you want to have a Sixth Ranger discussion or no?
Not right now.
Okay, I'm off. But so Crunchyroll still hasn't uploaded the past episodes.
Yep. Let me see. I'm just gonna check too.
Yeah, I checked it last night and earlier, so I kind of want to talk about.
And yep, only 13, 14 so far. God, they're taking their sweet ass time.
So, what do you think is the best approach? Should they just wait to they have all the past episodes sub and release them at once, or once they have an episode sub, to just release that?
I think they should just release at least episode 1 at this point. People need some kind of proper introduction to this series. But I get the feeling like they're going to go with the batch release of 1 through 12 at this point.
I mean, That way, people can marathon it. But still, I want to go tell people to go watch this, but I can't.
Yeah, so at least get the first episode up so we can say this is it. Here's an intro. You can wait for the rest later. But I don't know. Crunchyroll's kind of taking their sweet. I don't know what the hell Crunchyroll's doing, but
I mean, I get it's a backlog. They have to go back and sub those. Like I mentioned before, this was probably they probably picked up this license last minute, so they didn't have like time before episode 13 and 14 come out to go back and really sub it. So, but like I think just uploading a new like uh episode a week would be better. I don't know how doable that is.
yeah, well, if they do have the backlog there, it's gonna be free for everyone. So
Yeah.
and just right now, it's fine for episode 14 to be behind the paywall, but yeah. They need to. I get the feeling like maybe I just like sometimes hear like Crunchyroll not paying their subtitles the money they're due, so maybe that's part of the problem too. Who knows?
Yeah, I've heard crazy things about like Crunchyroll and subtitles. So
Them not paying their subtitlers.
yeah,
No, that's their problem.
yeah. I mean, it's a job.
Pay them.
Pay people.
Yep. Pay your employees properly, everyone out there.
And you all recognize like companies, so I feel like Crunchyroll hopefully has money. I don't know, maybe they don't with all the money they're spending into these originals.
Yeah, like I'm gonna watch God of High School later, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna watch that too. I'm still trying to find some co-hosts for God of High School. Okay, I can find some people. But yeah, I will want PreCure to do well on Crunchyroll and people to like watch it and stuff. But like, we're not off to a great start so far.
Yeah, but because of Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you have rather a different company pick it up and sub it and release it? And if so, which company do you think should have? But versus Crunchyroll.
Honestly, I don't think there's really any better options right now at this point. Like the companies I actually like are more lesser known. Like I'd say Discotech is a company I really like, but no one's heard of them right now. So
yeah, I never heard of them.
Good company. They handle more older retro anime. So yeah. Funimation has a terrible app, so people aren't going to be able to watch it even if they want to. So, yeah.
Is Funimation's app like really that bad?
I'll admit I haven't used it, so I can't say for sure. But just like every review I've read of it, it just sounds like it's a glitchy mess that that's unusable at points.
Yeah. As I've been thinking about getting Funimation subscription because I do like to support shows like legally if I can, but like I don't know, I have some opinions.
Like all right, yeah. I didn't buy their app, but I did use their services a little with like a DVD, like some digital copy for one of my Blu-rays, and it just was so awful. I could not navigate through it at all. I swear. I entered the code and everything. It said, "You are not registered." I'm like, I just put in the code, guys. What are you talking about? Oh, you want me to buy a full subscription for my digital copy?
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's kind of what I think that's what they want me to do. I'm like, I have a digital copy that came with your Blu-ray. You're supposed to be but no, if you want to watch this, you have to watch it with ads. And like, screw you guys.
Are you sure you weren't doing it right? Maybe you were tapping into the wrong place. Or...
I did. I followed the instructions. It's a mess.
I hope. Like, when was that?
A little while ago. It was for my New Game Plus Blu-rays.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they fix that?
They have a bad track record with their quality control and customer service, so I wouldn't put money on it.
Yeah,
Crunchyroll is unstable, I'll admit, but it's at least the most. It's the best option out of it. It's the best bad option we have.
Yeah. I hope we get some better options in the future. But so, is there anything else PreCure related you wanted to talk about?
Not too much else.
Well, I let me see if I. Oh, when's the next like PreCure crossover movie supposed to come out?
No date yet. It was supposed to be that Miracle League movie, but it kept getting pushed back due to the COVID.
Do you think they're gonna go the on-demand route?
I don't think Japan has that many big on-demand stuff, so hard to say. At least it hasn't really caught on as much as here in the States, I'd say.
Okay, because we've been seeing that a lot, like.
Yeah, like for us, so I don't know what's like in Japan.
Like Scoob, which I kind of regret spending money on.
Because everything has to be like a Marvel verse or whatever these days, doesn't it?
Oh, you saw Scoob?
I haven't seen it. I just know that it's basically like they tried to cross over all the Hanna-Barbera stuff with like. Maybe you should establish one thing at a time. Yeah, like Iron Man wasn't just an introduction to Nick Fury.
The kind of thing, and to be fair, the characters the other Hanna-Barbera characters that were in the Scooby Doo have been in other Scooby stuff before, so it sounded like it was a super new concept. I don't know how we went from PreCure to Scooby Doo, but.
Well, yeah, but
digital movies. Wouldn't that be a crossover?
No. Anyways, yeah, Scuba. Yeah, I'm not sure if iTunes is as huge in Japan as it is here in the States. So, on-demand movies, it might happen, and I'm definitely not throwing out that possibility. But I do get the feeling like Japan likes their cinemas more than we do at this point.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that like a children's anime still screens in a lot of cinemas.
Yeah.
Says a lot.
Says that they have better taste than us.
Yeah. But I think an option would be YouTube.
That might be an option.
Because YouTube does have like paid movies, so they do like a paid like on demand on like YouTube. I think that's a potential option.
Might not be the best quality that they want, so we'll see.
Yeah. So, I mean, are you even still looking forward to these PreCure crossover movies, or are you burnt out on them?
I absolutely want to see it. It sounds like it's going to be a good movie, but just not holding my breath because it's going to take a while.
Yeah,
I believe the Miracle League movie is basically going to be a Groundhog's Day story, so I'm actually looking forward to that. I like Groundhog's Day.
I've never seen Groundhog's Day.
Bill Murray, dude, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I like time travel movies and stuff. I like Back to the Future, and I like time travel anime, like Steins Gate and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's what Steins Gate is basically Groundhog's Day, the anime.
Yeah.
The plot takes a lot of. Steins Gate takes time travel stories, takes time travel concepts and plots from a lot of other stuff.
Oh yeah,
including Groundhog's Day.
Yeah, there's a lot of like references and stuff. So to kind of move forward. Let's talk about next week's episode. What are you hoping? What do you want from next week's episode?
I am looking forward to it. I do hope that they give a good reason why Ravlin and Nodoka are fighting, because we already had like episode 2 where they almost broke up. So I hope they give a good reason for the conflict, like just not just something stupid and petty.
Yeah, but with this kind of episodes of like characters like fighting and no longer want to work together and kind of having a breakup, it can be hard to like do that, right? And not because it's a like plot and story we've seen like 100 times. So trying to make that like fresh and like original can be difficult. What do you think is the best way to do that?
Give a believable reason for one thing, like definitely a more moral issue, like give a bit of a moral issue. Like as we've seen, Ravelin is surprisingly mature for her voice and design, so maybe at least not make her look like a child. She's the technically Ravelin, I think, is the adult compared to Nodoka in many situations. So just don't make her into a child, is what I'm saying. Don't make the rabbit just because she looks like a child into a child.
Yeah. I mean, I hope it does like super good progress and like purpose and is able to progress the characters, and it's not just we have a fight and they just go back to where they were before. I want to see how it progress and them actually like learning from it, and that's just don't just have a fight, just have like a conflict,
Yeah. Don't have the characters act childish. Like Nodoka is still a teenager, but Ravelin, if we're going by the fact that she's now a doctor in training, that would make her maybe like in fairy years, like in her 20s, maybe.
Yeah, but I feel like ages like.
Yeah, but mental ages for the fairies is kind of relevant, I think.
Yeah. Like they probably are like very like smart for their age, kind of like Doctor Prodigies, I guess.
My impression is that they might be young. That for fairies, they might be young adults, at least.
You think so?
They kind of act like it. Like the second episode, she basically Ravelin was almost suffering from PTSD in terms of like not wanting Nodoka to get hurt. So yeah, just a theory that they might be like in their mentally might be in their mid-20s or something.
Yeah, because she does kind of like act does act like a mother and kind of a mentor.
Yeah, exactly. So I just worried about searching out of course, PreCure has multiple writers, so I'm just concerned like some writers might just go by appearance and say, "Oh, this character's a cute little bunny, so let's just make her as childish and immature as hell." That won't bother anyone, right? Even though we don't actually want immature characters, we just want well-written characters.
I mean, but isn't there like a head writer to make sure the other writers keep things consistent?
That's their job, but sometimes that doesn't work out all the best. Like sometimes I've seen like PreCure head writers kind of sleep on the job, like with Mahot Sky or Star Twinkle.
Star Twinkle. So,
yeah.
So anything else you want to see?
Not too much else.
That's about like if for me too. I just want like more good episodes, and I hope they continue with explaining Nodoka's disease and don't like sugarcoat it. Because I know that's kind of what you're concerned about right now.
Yeah, that's my main concern.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna sugarcoat it. At least I don't think it'd be for the reason for what's going on in the world. If it's gonna sugarcoat it, I feel like they do it because it's a children's anime, not because of the current crisis.
You never know. They've done it before.
Uh, Examples?
Sweet PreCure. They admitted that they rushed certain plot points after the Tohoku earthquakes.
Yeah, but that's not like a case of sugarcoating stuff.
Yeah, it's because they wanted to get to the happier. It was a case where they wanted to get to the happier moments sooner because of the earthquakes. So that's kind of sugarcoating it.
I guess.
So they dropped some subplots and it kind of led to a bit of a mediocre season, I'd say.
But I can understand them doing that though. Like probably at that time, people needed some positivity,
Yeah. So, but in the long term, that's not going to be great for the series because Swedish is the middle of the road series for me.
Yeah. I watched like the first 12 or so. So after the first PreCure, the next series I wanted to uh watch was Sweet PreCure, and I started watching it. And I just never got around to finishing it.
Yeah. It kind of peaks in the 20s for me.
Yeah. So actually, that's an interesting point. So do you think because like PreCure episode count is typically around 49 to 50. Do you think that sometimes like hinders the shows?
It can because sometimes we end up with a lot of filler that ends up delaying a lot of plot points we actually want to see go forward. That's kind of what happened with Star Twinkle last season, I'd say.
I can't wait until I actually like watch the dog Twinkle all the way through, and we can actually have a detailed conversation about that.
Oh, you'll love the twist. You'll love the twist in the middle of the series.
I mean, I know some of the plot points. I read Ricky's and watch clips. I'm a bad boy, but for me, it's more about the journey than the destination. Like I feel like even if I get spoiled on a series, I can still enjoy it.
Let me just point it out like this: it's a fetch quest. It's mostly a fetch quest. So if you like that in your video games, you'll love this. You'll love Star Twinkle. Endless fetch quests.
I mean, like fetch quests in video games is different because you're actually the one doing the fetch questing. Versus an anime, you just sit back and relax and watch the other people do the fetch quest. But in a video game, especially a JRPG where you have to like backtrack.
But I think in this, at least you're not wasting as much time, I'd say.
Yeah, but backtracking is.
And that's kind of what they do for Star Twinkle too. I'd say they backtrack a lot.
Really?
You'll see. Yeah, you'll see what I kind of mean.
Cool. I'll get to that. Right now, I'm watching Maho, but I might switch to.
Yeah, Maho. Yeah, worth mentioning that Maho and Star Twinkle are written by the same guy.
Yeah, I've been thinking of just switching to Star Twinkle because I know you haven't done a Maho review yet, and you would probably want to do a review on your channel before we actually have a conversation about that. So
yeah, probably.
Yeah, so but I haven't had time to watch Maho, so. But any other closing thoughts you want to mention and to tell people who are watching or listen to us in the future?
Nothing much. Just
that smile.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Forgot about what?
That line.
What line?
Nothing. Just think of something else.
Oh, okay. But yeah, those are like my closing thoughts too. I'm hoping for more good episode. I can't wait to what. But like I am curious when the series is done, since this is my first one watching. as it like is, I am curious of what my thoughts is going to be.
Mhm.
Because I do wonder if like making content and doing like an after show affects my experience. Do you feel like that? Like, do you feel like you would have different thoughts if you were in uh kind of essentially watching it kind of as a job, I guess?
I don't really do. I would say I'm not really doing my reviews as a job. I'm doing it as a hobby that just pays a little on the
Yeah,
side.
yeah,
But I would say that my review style has changed over the years. As after doing what my first full series review was for PreCure, and since then I've become a lot more critical. I'd say.
yeah. I've seen the comments people say, and I don't think like people understand. You review this week by week.
Yeah.
You watch a lot of pre-care.
And when you see and when you see all the tropes, you start to get more and more critical. It's just bound to happen.
Yeah, like this is, and I've seen this complaint against like film critics, where people get upset with film critics being super critical. Like film critics, like they do this for a living. They watch a lot of movies,
I'd
so
say I'd say it's more suspicious when they all just give tens out of tens or something like that. Then that's I don't know. That might be something under the table.
yeah. When you watch it, like movie after movie, you want to see something different. You get bored of the same thing over and over.
Yeah,
So, yeah, people get give Adam a break. He's a cool guy. You know,
kind of.
I think you're a good guy.
To get a good guy who needs to get a haircut.
Me too, man. Like, I need to go to my barber, but I'm trying to be safe, and like, I have to ask if he's been taking care of himself. Because if he hasn't been wearing a mask, then
Yeah,
I don't want. But but yeah, that's pretty much our thoughts. And uh, anything else you want to say before I transition?
nothing else.
Okay, so we will see you guys next time.